Good morning. How was everybody this morning? We are probably 2 months, not including the hospital. They had me on a diet, but we are 2 months into my diet, and probably doing good so far. We're working on it. I've probably been doing fasting for, I was doing intermediate fasting for 2 weeks. Intermediate fasting means taking, eating 2 times a day. So, started out okay. You know, everybody, we start our fasting, and usually I was eating about 10, 11 o'clock. And then I was eating again about 4:30, somewhere around in there. And not eating all the way, and from 4 o'clock or 4:30, whenever I got finished, all the way up until the next morning about 10 o'clock. Well, maybe a week and a half ago, I started doing what they call, let me raise my camera up a little bit. About a week and a half ago, I started doing OMAD fasting, which is 1 time a day eating. I picked the time. Usually want to give yourself enough time to let your body fix itself. I'm usually choosing about in between 2 and 3 to eat my 1 meal a day. And I've been eating scrambled eggs with tuna, scrambled eggs with sardines, sometimes scrambled eggs alone with butter, 4 or 5 scrambled eggs, and a can of tuna or a can of sardines, and butter cooked in it. And people say, you can't lose weight on eating butter and eating all them eggs and stuff. Sure you can. Your body heals itself. Your body, and especially I have diabetes, and it's a shame. That's what started me on this journey that I'm in, is being diagnosed with diabetes and being in the hospital and taking insulin shots. Hopefully, luckily, I'm taking medicine twice a day, but I had to take insulin shots whenever I was in my stomach, and it got me kind of worried. They had to. I had a diabetic ulcer on my toe, which got very bad, very nasty, and the doctor had to cut my toe off. And kind of got me worried a little bit, but the main thing was my diabetes was sky high, through the roof. Sometimes you lose a toe, and you know, it's just the thing that happened. But the diabetes was what scared me. The doctor told me I could have died, that I could have had my whole foot cut off. So I think I'm fortunate on that. And the idea to fast and to diet, well, that's on me. I decided to do that. I was reading a lot about it, looking at a lot of videos. Dr. Ken Berry and Dr. Berg, and a lot of them talk about how your body will repair itself, and that while you're sleeping, you know, after you eat and everything, gives you time, your body, you go to bed, you sleep, you wake up the next morning, and you know, that's a good 10-12 hours right there. You know, you extend it to 16 hours, and me, I'm extending mine to 23 hours now. And just Google it, what it does to your body. Not only I lost weight, you know, my face a little thinner, because I was, like I said, Peter Griffin would have said, hey, what's that fat guy doing? So I've lost weight in my stomach, lost it in my arms, feeling better about myself, still taking my medicine. I haven't been to see my doctor yet this month, but I'm going to, and I'm going to ask him, do I need to take both medicines? Do I need to take my blood pressure and my diabetes medicine, 2 doses still, or can I just lower it down to 1 dose? Or you know, I'm not going to do it without asking him, but we'll find out. I feel good about myself. OMAD, 1 meal a day. You don't feel hungry. You know, I wake up, I'm fine. I pick my meals, like I said, maybe 2:30, 3 o'clock, usually about 3 or 3:30, I'll pick my meal, and I'll eat, you know, 4 or 5 eggs, and yesterday I did get to eat a pork chop, 4 or 5 eggs, pork chop, and some butter, cooked in butter, and kind of leaning towards the carnivore diet. And a lot of people say, carnivore diet, you're eating meat, you'll never lose weight, you'll never get rid of those diabetes doing that. And you know, I got news for you. They're wrong. Google it, look into it. A good person is, like I said, Dr. Berry. Check him out. He's been carnivoring for years. He had diabetes. Dr. Berg, you know, he's a specialist on it. And just do the research and find out for yourself. Maybe keto, maybe just eating vegetables. But for me, eggs and sardines or eggs and meat, and I do keep track of my blood sugar, and I do watch for blood sugar spikes. That's another thing you gotta watch for. If you eat something that has carbs in it, or something that has sugar in it, that blood will, you know, it'll be going along and it'll just shoot way up there. And that's what keeps you insulin resistant, which belly fat. You know, everybody says, oh, my stomach's swollen, what am I going to do? And a lot of that is residual fat inside your stomach, inside the muscle, inside your liver, inside your guts. There's fat where people say, hey, you got a fatty liver. And that comes from eating, and you know, your body can store so much fat on the outside and it makes your belly sag, but on the inside of those muscles, on the inside of that, where your liver's at, you store fat too. And that fat is so hard to get rid of. You know, I do look at my stomach and I say, oh, you know, it's going down a little bit, but why won't you go away? and it's going away. It just takes longer. That residual fat takes a long time to get rid of because it's inside. But I feel good about myself. For years I was doing, heavy eating, drinking sodas, eating cakes, eating what I wanted. I got kids, and the kids say, "Oh, Daddy, eat this cake, eat these candies, open my lollipop," and things like that. And I was doing that. And after I was in the hospital, they cut my toe off. They told me your diabetes is through the roof. Get rid of that diabetes. Lower it down. Get it under control. So when I came out of the hospital, I was scared. I was so scared, didn't know what to do. And I continued my diet. No more sodas, no more sugars, no more carbs. They say carbs is your enemy, so there's foods that have carbs in it. If you pick up a label and you look at the back of that label, and let's do this. You see that can of tuna, but then you look at the back of it and you read those directions, those instructions on the back of it, and it'll say sugars and carbs. They're not going to lie to you. They're going to put it right on the can. I started drinking a tablespoon, sometimes two, of apple cider vinegar before I go to bed. And just to let everybody know, I didn't believe it myself. That is a cure, and that is a blessing for me, because at night time when I go to bed, I don't feel hungry, I don't feel bloated, gassy. When you eat all that food, you feel gassy and you start, you're pooting everywhere. But I don't feel gassy anymore. And I just feel better about myself. I feel better inside. I feel better in my brain. I'm able to think more. If you've ever had brain fog, where you can't really think, your mind is cluttered up and you're like, what am I going to do? I can't think this through. There's got to be a reason. Am I just getting older? But no, your body heals itself. It can heal a lot of things by fasting. It can heal the mind and the blood pressure and the diabetes and just feeling bad in general. So, you don't have to take my word for it. I'm just one person, but Google it. Find out for yourself. No more of this eating for me. I did a bunch of videos. You can check them out. And for years I ate, and I did meals, and I eat meals, and I might still do meals. And you'll see me on my OMAD meals, and I'll do the 1 meal a day, and you'll see me. I'll eat stuff that you guys will say, he's eating, look at all them eggs he eats, look at all that meat he eats. I'm talking about 5 pounds, but they'll say, look at that meat, look at that butter he's putting in there. How can he lose weight on that? How can he get his mind straight and his body straight by eating it? And research it, people. You can. So I'll video myself doing the meal, and I'll start checking my blood after I'm done, an hour or two after I'm done, and let you see whether it spikes, my blood sugar spikes, or whether it stays normal. And I'm still learning. I'm still trying my best to learn the right way to do things, and I'm constantly on there learning and Googling videos and finding out what I can eat and what I can't eat. And I was eating wheat bread because everybody said wheat bread was good, but nope, I found out bread's not good for you. Wheat bread, white bread, Ezekiel bread, any kind of bread, it's not good for you because it will spike that blood sugar. Wheat bread's better for you than white bread, but the stuff that's in it will raise your blood sugar. And the goal is, don't raise your blood sugar. Keep that blood sugar level. If you want to fight your diabetes and you want to get rid of the diabetes, don't eat breads. Don't eat things that's going to raise that. Don't eat fruit. Everybody says, eat an apple, eat an orange, eat stuff like that. Do you know those have sugars in them? Fructose is your sugar. I'm finding this stuff out, and I'm learning, and I'm saying, okay, well, I don't want my blood sugar raised up. I don't want my blood sugar spiked. And there's a lot of people doing videos on there of eating a hamburger and eating stuff just to show you that it'll spike your blood. And for now, I just don't want that spike. I don't want that. I want to heal my body. And then we'll start doing more videos of the OMADs, 1 meal a day, what I'm eating and how I'm eating, and we'll do videos of me walking and losing weight, and we'll see. If you like the content of me losing weight and on my journey of getting rid of my diabetes, and getting back into shape and losing weight, and man, I was 340 pounds that I know of. And being in the Philippines, when you're fat like that and your stomach's sticking out and you're running around fat, and it's not a good feeling, and your brain is foggy, and you just sit around and you don't do anything, and the more you eat, the more you just don't do anything. You just sit around and eat more. And now I pick one time a day, 1 meal a day, and I let my body heal itself the rest of the time. The other 23 hours is to heal my body. The other 23 hours is to let those fat cells, let that stuff, let that sugar, let all that stuff heal itself. You keep your electrolytes up. You can drink coffee. If you drink coffee, you can drink, a cup to a coffee a day. If you don't drink coffee, tea is good. Just don't put all that sugar and all that sweeteners and all that garbage in the coffee. And these are just my opinions. This is just what I do. Not what you might want to do. You might want to just 5 tablespoons of sugar, I don't know, but I'm just telling you what works for me, and just letting you know, I'm going to continue my weight loss journey. I'm going to continue my my diabetes journey to get rid of my diabetes. I lost my toe, but I won't lose my life. I'm going to be here for my kids. I'm going to let my body heal itself, and I'm going to live. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to let myself get better, and I'm going to get back into shape like I was. I'm going to, I know I can't be like I was when I was 20, but I can at least get my body back in shape. People walk by, they're not going to stare at me and say, look at that fat guy walking around. Look at him. He's just so fat. And being old and fat and out of shape, and in the Philippines too, it's people, they're not used to seeing all that. So let's do this together. If you want to help me, I need encouragement. I need comments. Encouragement of if you see a change in my body, say, hey, I see you're getting thinner, or keep it up. Just those little bit of comments, and I do read comments, and I don't know if I can respond to all of them, but I do read them. And I can get through it. And if you want to climb on the same thing I am, if you want to try out intermediate fasting, or OMAD fasting, try it out for a week. You're not starving yourself. Your mind says, hey, eat that cupcake, or hey, you're hungry, but your body don't want it. Your body, your body has enough stored fat in there that it's fine on it. Your body has enough stored sugars that it don't need it. So just help me on this weight loss journey. Encourage me. Don't discourage me. Just encourage me. I will read the good comments, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe. I could use the support. And I know I was doing other videos and different kinds of videos and things, but I want to do these videos, and I might still do some other videos, but I want to do this journey, and I want you, I want all of you to help me. I do, I'm proud of every one of you. That I read your comments, and I'm just so thankful to have subscribers that I have. So subscribe to my channel, like it, write your comments down there. If you write your comments down there, YouTube says, hey, they're commenting on this, they're liking this, and then they'll put it out there for more people to watch. If you don't care about losing weight, you don't care about dieting, you don't care about eventually getting yourself back into shape, then don't. If you enjoy being fat, and you enjoy being out of shape, you enjoy your brain being all fogged out where you can't think right, that's not Alzheimer's. That's that's your body telling you. So I appreciate every one of you. All this time that I've been doing videos, I appreciate every one of you. And like I said, I do read your comments, good, bad, but let's just see how this journey takes us, and see what we do. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.